Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at NIO, and we're starting with NIO September deliveries. To cut to the chase, NIO's delivered 21,181 vehicles in September this year alone. But we're going to go through it because we've been talking about NIO deliveries since the start of the year. Well, we were talking about NIO deliveries last year also, but since the start of this year, I've noticed something very interesting about the NIO deliveries. In fact, earlier this year, like February, I think people were starting to lose in faith, and I was trying to explain to everyone, just stay calm. NIO is working on something. They're working on a masterpiece, and that's called optimizing for efficiency. It means you improve your manufacturing capabilities so you can manufacture more vehicles at a lower cost with less effort, with less work. So you could spend less time making more vehicles and making more money. It's called productivity. Now, this is an incredible milestone for NIO because this represents an increase of 35.4% year over year growth in September delivery. This is the official social media post by NIO. But to cap it off even more fantastically, the company delivered 61,855 vehicles in Q3, in the third quarter of this year, which is, once again, absolutely incredible. It's a new quarterly record representing an increase of 11.6% year over year. Cumulative deliveries are just under 600,000 vehicles as of September 30th, 2024. They also mention Onvu as well. We're going to get into that because they delivered 832 vehicles from the company's family-oriented smart electric vehicle brand Onvu. Actually, I've been told I shouldn't say Onvu. I was told I should say Onvo. I like saying Onvu, but we're going to stick to Onvo if that's the correct way to say it. So that's the Onvo L60. Feels so unnatural. Anyway, look at the stats. These are the monthly deliveries for NIO, and this is in 2 years, comparing 2023 and 2024. There was a little mistake though, as you can see at the start of the year. It's supposed to say January, but it says July. So I think that's a little bit of a mistake by NIO. We can forgive them for that. They've been doing so fantastic with electric vehicle deliveries. We're gonna forgive them for that. We don't even care. But what I do care about, pay attention, like at the start of this year, once again, the deliveries, they were nothing special. So people were starting to almost lose hope a little bit. And I was trying to explain to people that, listen, what they've done is that they've done a lot of, improvements in optimizing for efficiency, especially over the winter, especially from like late last year to leading up to early this year. It's similar to what Rivian did. They had to close down their factory to improve the manufacturing capabilities. And what do you know? NIO delivery started gradually climbing in April and May. And since May, since it's hit 20,000 plus deliveries in May, each month it has not been below that each month. So now we've got October, November, December. Can we continue with 20,000 deliveries for the next 3 months? This would be absolutely incredible. And this is what happens when a company takes the time to stop manufacturing, focus on improving everything, and then start manufacturing again to exceed expectation. This is what happens. So each month, NIO is delivering over 20,000 vehicles. Congratulations to the team and everyone involved. This is absolutely incredible. So how much vehicles do you think we're going to deliver at the end of this year? Like I said, it's somewhere like 220,000 to 230,000. 210,000 if I'm being my least expectation. But if I'm being optimistic, it's 220,000 to 230,000 if I'm being super optimistic. But what an incredible achievement from NIO. Absolutely incredible. If there was a time you wanted to say anything, this is the time for you to jump into the comments and leave a comment. If you remember when I was making videos about NIO at the start of this year, and I was saying, listen, just keep hope. Just keep hope. Just watch the deliveries are going to start climbing and they're going to stay up there. We're at that place now. We can celebrate. Not yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still got three more months to go, and we want to ace it. So NIO's actually delivered over 60,000 vehicles in 3 months. Can they do that again for the next 3 months? So in half a year, that would essentially be 120,000. Now, there is other things going on, if I'm being completely honest. NIO partners with Monolith. This is for real-time AI EV battery testing. This is very interesting partnership. So, NIO is partnering with UK artificial intelligence software startup Monolith to test and improve electric vehicle car battery in real time using Chinese EV makers' battery swapping service in Europe, the company said on Tuesday. Testing is due to start soon in 5 markets in Europe, and Monolith CEO Richard Alfed told Reuters in the company is working through regulatory requirements to do the same in China that should enable them to work with other Chinese automakers. Wow, so this is a huge benefit to Monolith as well. And a huge benefit to NIO because NIO wants to ensure that the vehicles that are being driven around, they're fully safe beyond, your expectations. Monolith already works with around 10 of the world's top automobile test electric vehicle battery using machine learning algorithm, including Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Honda to speed up their development and help Western automakers catch up with newest Chinese rival. And China doesn't mind the competition, do they? That's what's really nice about China, especially right now. They don't mind the competition at all. The CEO also said, and I quote, they're obviously way beyond China, so they need to learn really, really quickly. And that's the sentiment, isn't it? China is producing the best electric vehicles worldwide. Everyone else is beyond China. They're not doing as well. And for a lot of people, that's worrying. But not for us, not for the consumers who are getting the best that they can get. Apparently, a European automaker needs around 5 years or more to develop a new car, while Chinese EV makers only need around 2 years. Mamma mia. He also said the Chinese want to push even faster. They're currently thinking, okay, can we do it in 1 year? That's literally what China wants to do. And they're gonna do it. They're really gonna do it, aren't they? Because, they are, I think they're just thinking 50 years ahead of us at the moment, which is really incredible to see. So NIO runs a battery swapping service that allows cars to swap batteries, as we know. Frank Kingdoman, NIO's European battery system head, said that 98% of the customers in key European markets use battery swapping service. 98%. Think about the convenience. Think about these people who bought their NIO vehicles and they're absolutely loving it, and they're like, you know what? You guys are really missing out. I know I'm missing out. I really do, but I can't wait to get a NIO. NIO can essentially give you a prototype of a car early, and they can keep testing and learning from what you're doing. Monolith also raised around 22 million from investors including private equity from Inside Partners and venture capitalist firm Pentec. So we know NIO delivered 832 Envo L60 electric SUVs in just 3 days with 21,000 starting price, $21,000. Mamma mia. Once again, this car is just super fantastic, but the price is just too good to be true. Can you imagine when this thing does come to Europe, what a disruptive machine this is going to be in a good way? In a good way. The crazy thing that I've heard is that these things are apparently sold out, but we're going to get a little bit more understanding of that. NIO's new electric SUV brand helped it achieve the second highest monthly delivery total, with 21,181 vehicles delivered in September. The NIO brand delivered 20,349 vehicles, while Envo L60 accounted for the remaining 832. This is what I mean. So, NIO introducing new brands into the market is going to be a huge benefit to the NIO company. So the amazing thing is that when you're in a NIO factory, I guess manufacturing these vehicles, it's not like you're like, oh, do I work for Envo? Sorry, do I work for Envo or do I work for NIO? No, 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 no. You just build a car. What I like about the new brands by NIO is that the partnership is significantly closer than you could ever imagine. It's not like Volkswagen and Aldi. It's not like Volkswagen and Seat. It's even closer than that because it just feels like a real family. Like, don't even think, for the manufacturers, for the people who are building these vehicles, don't even think about it like this is an Envo vehicle. It's a NIO vehicle. It just has a different badge, and that's all that matters. I'll tell you why this is genius because this is NIO being at the top and they're building down. It's genius. When you manufacture cheap cars and then you try to manufacture an expensive car, it can be super difficult to get to do that. Ford tried, they failed. Toyota tried. They were successful with Lexus, but it's super difficult to do that, to create a new company. You know, Volkswagen didn't even try. What Volkswagen did was just buy other companies like Porsche, Audi, Lamborghini. Yeah, that's what VW does. They didn't even try. And that's because it's super difficult when you're not already a premium brand. However, when you are a premium brand like Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, BMW, it is much easier to create a smaller brand, a more affordable brand. Who doesn't want to buy a cheap car with expensive manufacturing? So you're buying a smart car, but it's really a Mercedes because Mercedes owns smart car. You're buying an Envy, but it's really a NIO. You see, that's compelling. You're buying a BMW 7 Series. Is 7 Series or i7, but it's really a Rolls Royce. Okay, that's probably a little bit too far, but you get the point. Now, here's the thing. The growth was enough to put NIO over 20,000 sales threshold for the fifth consecutive month, and that's what I mean. So, if we can continue 20,000 sales each month for the remainder of the year, this is absolutely terrific. And based on everything we've seen so far, this this quarter, Q4, these last 3 months, it's going to be even bigger than Q3 and Q2. It's going to be even bigger and greater. So who knows? NIO probably delivers 25,000 vehicles on average on a monthly basis for the remainder of 2024. That would be incredible. NIO has a guidance of 61,000 to 63,000 vehicles delivered in the third quarter. Like I said, in the fourth quarter, I'm expecting 70,000 vehicles, if not more, being delivered. I'm just saying. And I always want to remind everyone, this is what the Envo L60 looks like inside. You can't get the Tesla fans complaining that it doesn't have a screen in the back. Yes, it does. You know what? Don't even get into it. I think they're just mad because, yeah. Anyway, seriously though, you cannot complain about this thing for 21,000, can you? I mean, it's too cheap. It's too good. But that's where we're gonna end this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get it for the rest of the year. Peace.